guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kristen and welcome if this is your first time stopping by. So I mentioned in my last video that I am going to be trying out a new foundation, and I know I've been trying out a ton of different foundations lately, but as I keep mentioning, I'm looking for that foundation that just beats all other foundations for me and is my absolute favorite. So this one's a little bit pricey, and I bought it in the Nordstrom sale that I mentioned, where they had 25% off pretty much all of their beauty products. And the foundation is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation, and it comes in this beautiful luxurious packaging. I got mine in the shade 5.2, so I picked my shade online, so I'm not sure if it's 100% perfect. I have tried this one other day, but it was for literally a couple hours, and then I ended up taking it off later in the day. So I want to give this a little bit of a wear test, see how it goes. Everybody raves about this foundation, builds so much hype up around this foundation, so it's about time that I try it. If you have ever tried the Luminous Silk Foundation, leave a comment down below and tell me your thoughts. And without further ado, let's get right into this video. So as always, I'm going to prep my skin, and I'm also going to pull my hair back because I don't want to get any foundation in my hair. I'm going to put a little bit of some lip balm on. This is the Smith's Rosebud Salve Lip Balm. I haven't used this in a while, but used to love this. It's a little bit of a thicker consistency. I used to use the one in the pot. This is the one in the tube. So for primer today, I'm going to be sticking with a smoothing primer just because I don't want to use the new Luminous primer because I want to see what the luminous effect of the foundation is on its own. So I'm going to be using my Makeup Forever Step 1 foundation primer. That's another thing I would love some recommendations on, are foundation primers that you guys absolutely love. There are quite a few on my list that I want to try, but I have not had the opportunity to try yet. So please leave some recommendations down below. It is so gloomy outside today, and it's making me very, very sad, but hopefully we'll have some more warmer and sunny weather coming up. But I apologize if the lighting is not ideal, but I think it's okay. Just throwing that out there. Okay, so going in, this does come with a pump. So it comes with a little black pump. This comes with a 30 ml or 1 fluid ounce amount, and this says Perfect Glow Flawless Foundation. I'm not really sure what the claims of the foundation are. Let me see. Honestly, there's no claims on the box, and I'm not gonna look it up online. I just want to kind of give it a shot. This does look a little dark for me, and this is a bit runnier than the past foundations that I have been trying, so we shall see how I like it. It's a decent match. It's a little dark, but it will be okay. So from what I understand, this is like a medium to buildable coverage. It looks medium to buildable on my skin, and I really has a bit of a smell. It's like a makeup smell, but it also kind of smells like, I don't know how to describe it, but it definitely has a little bit of a scent to it. Nothing overpowering that would affect your ability to use it. So that is my skin with a light layer on. Let me zoom you guys in so you can see a little bit better how my skin looks. So there's the light layer of foundation. So far it looks just like my skin. It definitely does have a nice little luminous glow to it, but we shall see what happens when it dries down. I'm going to apply this to the other side of my face. Definitely need a little bit more. This stuff gets soaked up because it is so liquidy, so it soaks up really quickly onto the sponge. Now when I apply this to my face, it does look like a good match, but on my hand it looks a lot darker. So I'm curious to see if this foundation oxidizes throughout the day, so we will have to keep an eye on that. And I can do a little bit of a check-in with that a little later on. So I have one layer on. I don't think I'm going to build it up. I think that this is a good layer. It looks very lightweight, yet it does cover everything I need it to cover. I'm going to zoom you guys in even more so you guys can see really up close and personal how it sits on the skin, and you can compare it to other foundations that I've tried. So this is currently my skin. So leave your comments down below what you think about how this is sitting on the face. If I currently had to compare this to any other foundations that I've recently tried, I do like the Charlotte Tilbury one a lot compared to this one, And the only reason is the Charlotte Tilbury one doesn't necessarily sit on my skin. It kind of became one with my skin, and this literally looks like it is on top of my skin. But I will have to see how it looks after I apply the rest of my products, and I'm going to go and do that, and I will report how everything applies on top of this foundation. Okay, so I'm back. I have the rest of my makeup on. Everything applied completely beautifully on top of, which I did not expect anything less from this foundation. I didn't have any issues with any skipping or any products sticking to certain places on my face. I actually think that this makeup looks absolutely stunning, so I'm really happy so far. The biggest things I'm going to be looking out for are my laugh lines where I normally or naturally crease in between my brows, and any lines that I have on my forehead that sometimes peek throughout the day. So first impression, I'm really enjoying it, but I do want to see how this wears. This does not claim to be a long wear foundation, so I in no way believe that it's going to last all day like my other long wear foundations, but I do want to see how it wears, what happens where I usually do wear off makeup like the fastest. I want to see how it performs. So I will be doing a check-in probably later on tonight. I don't really have any time before then, but it will be later, probably before bed, that I do a check-in with you guys and show you just the final result, how it ended up looking throughout the day, and what it's gonna look like later. So I will check back in with you guys in a little while. See you soon. Hey guys, so it's the final check-in for the night. It has been about 8.5 hours since I put on this foundation. I really quickly just want to share with you guys what it wore like and my final thoughts based on my first day of wear, full wear with it. So I'm going to zoom you guys in and show you some of the problem areas that I've experienced. So now we are really up close and personal, and you can see that it has settled into my laugh lines. Granted, I was laughing quite a bit this evening. I was playing some games and I was laughing really hard, but it did sink right into those lines on both sides, and the foundation wore off around my mouth here and around my nose, which always wears off, and it's very frustrating for me. You can also see that it started to collect in my lines up here, and it started to collect in my forehead lines as well. This foundation has also worn off on my chin and on the sides of my face, which just means it's not a long wear foundation. Yes, the finish was absolutely beautiful, but it's not something that is going to be a go-to for a long wear or a full day where I need my makeup to stay flawless throughout the entire day. If I had to rate this foundation on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best, I'd probably give it like a 7, just because the finish is beautiful. The makeup applied flawlessly on top. It gives a very smooth appearance to the skin. There were a lot of positives, but I do like my makeup to be long wearing and for it to wear off well, and I don't like that it did collect into those lines. Granted, my foundation usually does collect there, but I also expect more out of a foundation that is as pricey as this one. So those are my final thoughts. I hope you guys enjoyed this video where I just gave you a little bit of a insight into the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk foundation. As this is so highly talked about, I thought I had to give it a shot. Will this be my top 10 or one of my top 5 or top 3 foundations in my entire life? Probably not, but I will use it up because it is a beautiful finish. It's just not for a long wear day. Thank you guys so much for spending some time with me today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any recommendations of any foundations or powders or any products that you want me to try and do a wear test with, please leave them in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys. I hope you guys had a great day. I hope you continue to have a great one, and I love you all so much. Bye guys!